presentation of Scholastic Scrimmage on WPSU is made possible in part by a grant from the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. 14 universities providing quality higher education opportunities in more than 120 areas of study, including fields like education, business, and medical professions. Information at passhe.edu.
They come from schools all over Pennsylvania. They learn.
Who wrote the Atlantis of
What is the capital of Peru?
They practice.
What species of mammal is the capital of Iowa?
They compete. Join us as they test their knowledge on Scholastic Scrimmage.
And thank you for joining us for Scholastic Scrimmage here on WPSU. The competition in tonight's first game is between Glendale in Cambria County and Johnsonburg in Elk County. I'm David Price. Teams, let's get started with your quick quiz. Glendale, you are up first. What is the capital of Vermont? Kylie.
Montpelier.
Montpelier is correct. The human spinal column is made up of what type of bones? Morgan.
Vertebrae.
Vertebrae is correct. What name was given to the sustained bombing of London by Nazi Germany in 1941? Joshua.
The Battle of Britain.
No, that was the London Blitz, but Judge, I'm getting the nod, that is correct. What happened, or who captains the Pequod in Herman Melville's Moby Dick? Captain Ahab. What U.S. president was sometimes referred to as the King of Camelot?
King
Joshua.
Arthur.
No, John F. Kennedy. And that gives you 20 points to start things off there, Glendale. He was like a fictional king from history, but you know, that's all right. It's time to quick quiz Johnsonburg. Charleston is the capital of what state? Kelsey.
West Virginia.
Again?
West Virginia.
West Virginia is correct. A sprain of what joint between the talus and tibia is one of the most common injuries? Daniel.
Ankle.
Ankle is correct. Richard III was killed at what 1485 battle? Bosworth Field. Humbert is a character in what Vladimir Nabokov novel? Lolita. What president was nicknamed the Hero of New Orleans and Old Hickory? Nikki.
Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson is absolutely correct, and that is our quick quiz. Our current score is 20-30, and it is time for a toss-up question that both teams will have the opportunity to answer. A correct answer to the toss-up will earn you a follow-up. Let's go to round one. First toss-up is in the category of Pennsylvania. Once the site of Fort McClure, Bloomsburg is the county seat of what county? Morgan.
Monroe.
No. Johnsonburg. County seat of Columbia County. Math and science toss-up question. What orthorhombic mineral containing fluorine and aluminum sets the standard of hardness of 8 on the Mohs scale and is usually tinted yellow from impurities? Joshua.
Talc.
No. Johnsonburg. That is the topaz. Toss-up. Categories history. Tsar Alexander II added $7.2 million to Russia's coffers by selling what piece of land to the United States? Deanna.
Alaska.
That's where they got the money. You're right. Follow-up is to Glendale. Individuals collectively known as border ruffians from Missouri poured into what neighboring territory in the 1850s to pack the territorial legislature with men who would vote to make it a slave state? Joshua.
Kansas.
Kansas is correct. Social studies, toss-up question. What branch of the Department of Transportation is responsible for safety in civil aviation and the most effective use of airspace by all aircraft? That is the FAA, or Federal Aviation Administration. Geography toss-up question. Lake Tahoe and Mount Whitney are located in what western... Daniel.
Nevada.
No, I'll finish the question for Glendale. In what western mountain range? Joshua.
The Rocky Mountain Range?
No, it is the Sierra Nevada mountain range. Had to go forward there because it was the mountain range, not the state. Arts and literature toss-up question. What Tennessee will... Accidental buzzing, but we have to take it, Deanna.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Take a shot.
Nashville.
Okay. No, that's not it. But I will finish the question for Johnsonburg. That's good. She answered, right? What Tennessee Williams play set in a St. Louis apartment tells the story of Laura Wingfield and her breakable animal figures? That is the Glass Menagerie. I'm just sitting here pondering how much pressure that was. Deanna's like, I've got to say a word. I don't know why she picked Nashville, though. Math and science toss-up question. Pencil and paper may help you. There are 40 kids in Mrs. Smith's class. 15% of them have red hair. How many of them have red hair? Kylie.
6.
6 of them have red hair. That is correct. Your follow-up, Glendale. What is the term for the change in direction of a ray of light around the edge of an object? Captain's got to answer this one, Morgan. Pass her down. Joshua.
Refraction.
No, it is diffraction. Diffraction. And that is going to be the end of round 1 with our current score of 45-25. We go to the team now with the lower score, which is Johnsonburg, and it's time for our first fast track of the day. 60 seconds, 10 questions. Let's go. Fast track. What is the capital of Portugal? Lisbon. At what February 1945 battle did Marines raise the flag on Mount Suribachi? Iwo Jima. Ag is the chemical symbol for what element? Nikki.
Gold.
Silver. Who is the Roman god of the forge? Vulcan. The East China Sea and the Sea of Okhotsk border what Asian island nation? Kelsey.
Taiwan.
Japan. At what 1805 naval battle off the coast of Spain was Horatio Nelson slain? Battle of Trafalgar. What artist arrangement in gray and black is a portrait of his mother? James Whistler. What Englishman created The Book of the Duchess and The Canterbury Tales? Geoffrey Chaucer. What type of allele can be masked by a big crash that ends fast track? Dominant allele. That was a recessive allele. And that is the end of our first fast track. We take a little pause in our action to re-meet 3 of our student scholars from Johnsonburg and introduce you to a new one. Immediately to my left is the very versatile Kelsey Constable, who is the senior captain of the team. Very involved in, I do have my cards in the right place. Okay, that's right. You're the cheerleader. You're the gymnast. Is that right? No, you're the gymnast. You're the cheerleader. Oh, yeah. You also do cheerleading. Oh, my goodness. The guy's confused. So we're talking gymnastics. You went to States.
Yeah, I did.
In like everything?
Yeah, I went for all around.
Now, what do you do, actually?
I do bars, vault, beam, and floor.
Which is your favorite?
Beam or bars.
What's the cool thing about gymnastics to you?
I don't know, it's just fun.
Okay, that's cool. That's fun. It's good to see you, Kelsey. Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Teresina Imbrogno. Imbrogno with the G in there. She's our new member for Johnsonburg up here joining us. This is my confusion. You were a cheerleader, or are a cheerleader, but you're also a gymnast, and you're into cheering as well. How long have you been cheerleading?
Since 5th grade.
It's quite some time.
Yeah.
And there are so many different places to be, whether in the air, on the ground, catching, falling, dropping. Which do you do?
Catching.
You do the catching, hopefully. And you do this at the competition level?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Good. Our squad's doing good this year.
Excellent. Well, it's good to see you today. Good luck to you today. Daniel Palladino is a sophomore, also doing well in sports. You guys had a good basketball year. How'd it go?
Yeah, we won the AML championship and we took 2nd in districts.
Congratulations.
And we're playing Northern Bedford this Friday for Shown States.
Another Scholastic Scrimmage team. I wish you luck. And Nikki Oler is a junior from Johnsonburg. Not so much into drama, but drama at the time being. What are you doing now? What show?
We're doing the play Grease.
Doing Grease. And who are you?
I'm Frenchie.
And what is Frenchie's role?
Basically, she's just the ditzy, kind of not really intelligent one.
So you see, it is acting totally that Nikki is doing, right? Good to see you, Nikki. Good luck to you today. The alternates for Johnsonburg are Dana Nelson and Kip Jones, and the coach is Mary Weaver. And it is now time for round 2. First toss-up in round 2 is in the category of history. What man was killed in Egypt after losing the Battle of Pharsalus and was a member of the first triumvirate along with Joshua?
Mark Antony.
Nope, I'll finish the question for Johnsonburg. Along with Crassus and Julius Caesar. He was Pompey the Great. Social studies toss-up question. What Middle Eastern country began as the fundamentalist Wahhabi kingdom of the Hejaz and Nejda that was proclaimed in 1927 in Mecca? Morgan.
Israel?
No? Johnsonburg? That is how Saudi Arabia got its start. Pennsylvania, toss-up question. Pennsylvania's one international border is located in what body of water? Nikki.
Lake Erie?
You are absolutely correct. Your follow-up, Johnsonburg. In 1999, Pennsylvania became the first state to put the address of what electronic information site on all state-issued license plates? Kelsey.
VisitPA.com.
And the fact that you know the address is impressive. Yeah, we're just looking for the website address. That's what we're looking for, right? Geography, toss-up question. What river forms the entire southern boundary of Indiana? Daniel.
Ohio River.
The Ohio is correct. Your follow-up, Johnsonburg. In what Southeast African country with capital at Maputo does the Zambezi River meet the sea? Does that in Mozambique? Arts and literature, toss-up question. I'll need a full name, please. What author of the verse novel Aurora Lee is better known for asking, "How do I love thee?" in her sonnets from the Portuguese? Nikki.
Edgar Allan Poe?
No. Glendale. Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Current events, toss-up question. In 2008, over 20 ships were hijacked by pirates from what country, where since the 1990s a civil war has been flaring on the Horn of Africa? Joshua.
Darfur.
No? Johnsonburg? Daniel.
Ivory Coast.
No, it's Somalia. So many civil wars there, it is sort of hard to keep track of them all. History, toss-up question. A single man standing in front of a column of tanks on an otherwise empty street is a famous photograph taken during what 1989 series of demonstrations that occurred in a plaza in China from April until June '89? Morgan.
Tiananmen Square.
Tiananmen Square is absolutely correct. Your follow-up, Glendale. The Jameson raid led to the resignation of what Prime Minister of the Cape Colony 6 years before he endowed scholarships in his name at Oxford? He endowed the Rhodes scholarships. He is Cecil Rhodes. Pennsylvania, toss-up question. On May 31st, 1889, Lake Conemaugh broke through the South Fork Dam and flooded what Pennsylvania city? Morgan.
Johnstown.
Again?
Johnstown.
Resulting in what was at the time the worst flood in the nation's history. Johnstown is correct. Your follow-up, Glendale. In 1962, Joel Myers founded what global weather forecasting company in State College, Pennsylvania? Joshua.
Is it the National Weather Service?
No, it is AccuWeather. Known worldwide, they're right here in central Pennsylvania. That is the end of round 2. With our current score 60-55 brings us to our second fast track of the day. They got the first one, they get the second one. It is the same rules. 60 seconds, 10 questions. Let's go. Fast track. What is the chemical symbol for tin? Deanna.
SN.
Correct. Since 1972, what state's caucus has preceded New Hampshire's primary? Morgan.
Iowa.
Correct. Command S on a Mac or Control S on Windows does what to a file? Kylie.
Save.
Yep. In Freudian psychology, what part of the mind controls self-identity? Joshua.
The id?
Ego. In 1864, the Charlottetown Convention was held in what Canadian province? Deanna.
Ottawa.
Prince Edward Island. What socialist wrote about the Chicago meatpacking industry in The Jungle? Deanna.
Nicholas.
Upton Sinclair. What Austria-born bodybuilder and movie star governs California? Joshua.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Correct. The rate of change of velocity with respect to time is what quantity? Morgan.
Acceleration.
Correct. What Japanese word meaning divine wind refers to suicide attacks? Joshua.
Kamikaze.
Correct. The city of Riga is the capital of Latvia. And the crash got us. Before I can get that out, Sights and Sound is on the way. Let's take a break now and re-meet our student scholars from Glendale. Immediately to my right is Joshua Sanders, who is a senior with Glendale. Let's talk a little music today.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about some Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. See, you're not my age, right?
A little bit of a difference.
A little bit.
Little gap.
Because they were like really hot when I was 12. Which is younger than you are now. What's your favorite Led Zeppelin song?
I'm either a fan of Kashmir or The Ocean.
Sort of like late 70s stuff. Yeah, you know, I go back to the whole unnamed album, you know, So-So, number 4, Going to California. Aren't I hip? Just so cool for a 48-year-old. Huh? It's good to see you. Good luck to you today. Deanna O'Donnell is a junior from Glendale. Are you into Led Zeppelin?
No, not
No,
really.
not at all.
I'm
Not
sorry.
at all. But you are into band.
Yes, I am into music.
And where are you headed?
We're going to Disney World next week. Actually, a week from today.
From the day the show is taped? And
Yes.
what are you going to do as the band there?
We're going to do a parade on Saturday. We're there, and then we're doing a concert while we're there, too.
Awesome. So you get to march the streets with Mickey.
Sure.
All right.
Maybe.
Maybe. You know he's there somewhere in 2 or 3
Yes.
places. Good to see you, Dan. Good luck today. Kylie Johns, a junior from Glendale. Not quite such a noisy pursuit for her. You would like to be an architect, is that right?
Yeah.
Why would you want to be an architect?
I don't know, there's a lot of math involved, and I guess I like math, so.
Makes perfect sense
Yeah.
to me. Yeah, math and beauty all rolled into one. Good luck in that pursuit and the rest of the day. And Morgan Emery is a senior from Glendale, currently in a musical. Have you met Nikki over here? She's doing a musical as well. Which one are you in?
Peter Pan.
You're in Peter Pan, and who are you?
I'm Mrs. Darling and an Indian.
So you got dual roles.
Yes.
Quick costume change, or do you actually have a little break there before you?
There's a couple quick ones.
You don't have to like rip off Velcro and go flying?
No.
Okay. All right. It's good to see you, Morgan. Good luck to you the rest of the day. The alternates for Glendale are Caleb McGarry and Nick Budzinski. And the coaches are Jody Koch and Nancy Gobert. And it is time now for Sights and Sounds. First up, a sight. We direct your attention to the monitor. What state whose flag is seen here? Daniel.
Pennsylvania?
Yes, he said with disbelief in his voice. Are they really? Yes, we did. It was officially known once as the Quaker Province, is now known as the Keystone State. Pennsylvania is absolutely correct. We've got sound, please. Russell Watson, whom you just heard, among others, all sing in what highest male vocal range within the modal register? Kelsey.
Acapella.
No, finished question for Glendale. That lies between the C, 1 octave below middle C, and the C, 1 octave above middle C. Morgan.
Tenor.
They are all tenors. That is absolutely correct. Geography. Back to the monitor. What river, pictured here, begins in the Cotswolds near Kemble? Nikki.
The Thames.
And flows into the North Sea after passing the cities of Abingdon, Reading, Oxford, and London. The Thames is absolutely correct. More sound, please.
From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam.
song which you just heard was written by Irving Berlin? Daniel.
God Bless America.
And became Kate Smith's signature song and is sometimes considered to be an unofficial anthem of the United States. Big day for tenors here on Scholastic Scrimmage. Arts and literature, back to the monitor. What sculptor who depicted 6 men trying to save their town during the 100 Years' War in The Burghers of Calais also created the Thinker seen here? Kylie.
Rodin.
Auguste Rodin is absolutely correct. Arts and literature, one more sound, please. The basis of the hymn, Land of Hope and Glory, is the first of what set of 5 stately marches, which you just heard, by Edward Elgar, that are often played at graduations? Deanna.
Pomp and Circumstance.
Pomp and Circumstance is correct. Marches, Opus 39, and that is Sights and Sounds. It is time for the final round. First toss-up in the final round is in the category of math and science. What is the term used for animals whose body temperature remains constant? Deanna.
Mammals.
Nope. Johnsonburg.
Homeostasis.
Again?
Homeostasis.
No, homeothermic I would take. It is warm-blooded. Social studies, toss-up question. What constitutional amendment introduces due process and forbids double jeopardy and being forced to testify against one's... Kelsey.
The 6th Amendment?
Again?
The 6th Amendment?
I'm having different...
The 6th Amendment?
No, it is not. Forced to testify... You guys have already gotten a shot, Nikki. It's going over here. To testify against oneself. Glendale. Deanna.
The 10th Amendment.
No, it is the 5th Amendment. And 6th and 5th sounded so familiar, I couldn't, and I have this thing in my ear here. I couldn't hear Kelsey right. Geography, toss-up question. What Arab nation with Roman ruins at Jerash and the port of Aqaba is named for the river that forms its western border and has its capital, Amman? Jordan, the Kingdom of Jordan. Arts and literature toss-up question. Who began writing stories while imprisoned for bank fraud and later published The 4 Million, The Ransom of Red Chief, and The Gift of the Magi? He was O. Henry. Pennsylvania, toss-up question. In July 2002, 9 trapped miners were rescued after 4 days from what flooded mine near Sipesville, PA? Morgan.
Q Creek.
Q Creek is correct. Your follow-up, Glendale. From May 25th to September 17th, 1787, George Washington presided over the Philadelphia Convention that was originally designed to revise the Articles of Confederation, but instead resulted in the creation of what document? Joshua.
Is it the Constitution?
The United States Constitution is absolutely correct. Social studies, toss-up question. The flags of Australia and New Zealand include versions of what constellation of the Southern Hemisphere? Deanna.
The Big Dipper.
Nope. Johnsonburg. It's the Crux Australis, better known as the Southern Cross. Math and science, toss-up question. Ribosomal, transfer, and messenger are types of what nucleic acid? Deanna.
RNA.
Transcribed from DNA. Ribonucleic acid is correct. Your follow-up, Glendale. What name is given to any force that produces an acceleration of v squared over r, resulting in circular motion for the object on which it acts? Joshua.
Centrifugal force?
Again?
Centrifugal?
It is centripetal. Centripetal force. History, toss-up question. What president of the Russian Republic in 1991 declared an end to the USSR and forced Mikhail Gorbachev's resignation? Kelsey.
Boris Yeltsin.
Yes, it was. Your follow-up, Johnsonburg. In the late 1970s, the population of what country was estimated to have declined from about 9 million to about 4.8 million due to the brutal policies of the Pol Pot regime? Kelsey.
Germany?
No, it's Cambodia. That is going to be the game-ending buzzer, and we're going to be saying congratulations to Glendale. The score is 180-85. Glendale, you're moving on to fill the final slot in Division I's bracket. One of the great 8 there, and thank you very much to Johnsonburg. Kelsey is our sole senior. Good luck in your competitions and your future endeavors. The other 3 of you, hopefully we'll be seeing you back next year. And thank you for tuning in. If you'd like some more information about Scholastic Scrimmage, just want to read our complete set of rules, it is fascinating reading, go to WPSU.org and do be with us tomorrow night for the start of the next round of competition. There are only 8 teams left in each division. So Sunday at 6, St. Mary's takes on last year's champion State College. And at 6:30, Claysburg-Kimmel challenges Marion Center right here on Scholastic Scrimmage.
We'd like to thank Jostens for providing special yearbooks for all the teams participating this year, and rings for the championship team of Scholastic Scrimmage. For over a century, Jostens has been helping people celebrate, reward, and remember the greatest moments of their lives.